knew there was a thin line between actually correcting a person and then projecting your insecurities onto them? Hi, besties, and this is Starlight of Lifestyle with Starlight. And today we're going to be talking about another practical life experience. Yeah, so technically, this is something that's one time in our life we have been guilty of it. Maybe when we're struggling with self esteem, maybe when we're still trying to figure out ourselves. But there are certain people you meet in this life, and then you feel like, oh, like it's just the thing. You just try to put them on a pedestal, then you feel like as if they're above you. That's what your mind tells you, this person is above me. And unconsciously, you start to act indifferent around the person, feeling beneath, feeling uncomfortable, feeling like, oh, you have to like double up to meet up with the person's standard. It has happened to everyone. Even those people you see as looking at 10 over 10. People that you feel like, okay, they have really high self-esteem. People that you feel like, okay, they like practically nothing shakes them. Every human being has that one person they have actually put on a pedestal. But the thing is, how can you manage your emotions with that person you have put on a pedestal and not project your insecurities onto that person? I have to talk about this because technically social media have made it so easy for those who don't want to solve their personal life problems and have chosen to take the toxic route to easily just come on public spaces and then do really, really nasty things or say hurtful things or practically drop things that can be, will I say, technically harmful to the person's page or the person technically. So, what am I saying? If you feel threatened by a person's aura, if you feel like technically you feel someone is above you, you have put the person on a pedestal, there are two things you can do. Either you follow that person as a mentor and you learn from them, or you decide to become toxic and look for how to make that person feel less of themselves, then try to bring the person down to your level. And if you have chosen the second part, well, my dear or my dears, that is a very, very wrong decision because technically you will continue to stay down there for the rest of your life because you have not chosen a practical path that will help you to like arrange your emotional intelligence and your brain up. Yeah, technically, like I was saying, there's a thin line between genuinely trying to correct a person and then projecting your insecurities onto somebody. What do I mean? For instance, Starlight. Oh, Starlight likes to lay her edges. Um, and everybody knows that laying off edges too often can actually like spoil or will I say cut your front hair. And then you see Starlight, oh, it's like I love your hair today. Oh, it looks so sleek. Your hair is always sleek. I love it. But Omo, you are doing it a lot though. I hope you do not cut your edges. That's from a place of love. Starlight, you and this your hair is always sleek. Oh. Every time you just be laying your edges, your hair will soon cut. That's projection of insecurity. Yeah. That person actually likes the way your hair is always looking sleek. The person probably must have tried how to make their hair look sleek, but they didn't succeed. And instead of them to come and ask you, how can I make my hair look sleek? They will instead start to nurse unconscious negative thoughts in their mind. And then when they don't know or expect, they vomit such things without knowing or even intentionally, and then they will now laugh and say it's cruise. Yes, that's what I noticed about Nigerians. They use cruise to sugarcoat what is really inside their mind and they project out to people technically. So why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because people come to you, you know somebody personally. You have the person's number, for instance. You have the person's socials, for instance. You know the person practically, physically, or maybe you even know where the person stays. Is your person is your friend. I'm just using for example. Even if the person is not your friend, the person is an acquaintance in your office or a colleague, the person is someone in your church, and you know this person, you genuinely just care about the person's self-growth. What do you do when you see the person making a mistake, or there's an error with the person's outfit, there's an error with the person's behavior, there's an error with the way the person acted that day? What do? You practically corner the person one side privately and then you speak to the person. Oh, Starlight, I didn't like the way you spoke to pastor today. I didn't like the way you spoke to the priest today. He was really upset. Even if you are right or even if he was wrong, there are ways you would have approached the matter, but you did not do it well properly today. That's someone coming from a place of love. But a person that practically, when you're there now, saying your mind out to the pastor or the priest, I'm just using it as an example, and then the person is there in that space and saying, oh, so like you're very wrong. Keep quiet, shut up your mouth. How can you speak to the priest like that? That person has been looking for an opportunity to make you look bad. That person has been looking for an opportunity to make you look stupid. Probably the person has been seeing the way you carry yourself. The person practically maybe have seen the way, oh, maybe people likes this person, or this person is friendly. And the person have been nursing, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying this. The person must have been nursing some kind of negative thoughts in their mind about you unconsciously, because they cannot really just say, oh, I like your starlight, I like your starlight, can I be your friend? Yeah, technically. Or the person have placed you on a pedestal and then the person feels threatened by your aura. And instead of the person to just approach you and then learn certain things from you and be free with you, technically, because even people we put on pedestals, they are regular human beings. They are regular they are regular human beings like you and I. So it's just practically for you to just approach them and then you speak to them and you realize that, oh, there's even really nothing deep. And then instead of you to just do the right thing, you practically want to come to the public and then embarrass the person. It makes no sense. Even if you say, oh, I don't mean any harm or starlight, I'm talking to you now because I care about you. That is why I'm correcting you now. You are wrong. If you want to correct somebody with love, you correct the person privately. If you want to correct somebody and want the person to take the correction, you correct the person privately. You don't come to a public space and say you're correcting somebody. No, if you're doing that in a public space, you generally want people to actually see that person's error. It is intentional. Even if you did it consciously, I'm telling you today, if you have done this to somebody before, it is intentional. Unconsciously, your spirit wants people to see that person as unfit. The way your mind has told you that person is practically 100 over 100. You want people to see, maybe you have, as I have not seen in your mind, you feel like everybody sees this person as 100 over 100. How can I make this person look like a 70? And then you have practically, because you have been noticing that thing in your mind subconsciously, you have projected what is inside your thoughts by trying to embarrass that person in the name of correction. So, what am I saying? Please search your consciences. There's a thin line between projecting insecurities and correcting somebody from a place of love. And please, we should actually take the second one, correcting someone from a place of love, because that projecting of insecurity thing, it has made Nigeria generally very toxic. It has made social media a very toxic space because, like, I don't even know what's wrong with human beings. Like, can't we all just love each other and be happy to see everybody progress and be productive individually? Like, can't we all just be happy for one another? Can't we all just be contented, satisfied? Can't we just navigate our envy or jealousy? It's natural, even nice to feel it. Can't we just navigate it in a very positive light? Must everything come out in a negative way? Must you be toxic to a person? Like, can't you just stay and focus on your life and not make another person feel less of themselves or bad because they know you or you exist? Like, technically, Omo, I've talked too much, yeah. Everybody should be good. Bye.